Hey guys, so my name is Nimli Tabu, and this is my proposal for computer security. Spring of 2018 class, and the proposal is computer security. With being in the security field for about 12 years now, the physical security field for about 12 years. I've seen a lot of breaches, security breaches. Anything from intruders going into unauthorized access point in buildings to theft on campuses, to theft in vehicles, assault on people, physical assault, to arson, anywhere from unauthorized access, just anything that you can pretty much think of when it comes to physical security and possible threats to physical security. While working in this field for about 12 years now, with physical security, we've been able to implement security measures that will allow us to either prevent incidents like these from happening, or change our security protocols in place in order to lower the amount of risk factor that's involved with this business. From working from mall security, Salvador Edina, Mall of America, one of the biggest shopping mall in the United States. In the world, I think it's one of the top in the world. To military security, and then also working at a contract security for G4S downtown, one of the biggest account, the Target account. To work in the state capitol in St. Paul, doing access control, physical security, assisting guests, identifying who those people are that are getting into areas that they have no business going into, or those that have authorized access to enter into building that has a control point. The control point being either a turnstile gate that allow them to go ahead and scan their badge to give them access to wherever they're going within that area. And with my most recent employment with MCTC, Minneapolis Community Technical College, the most important things that we try to avoid or risk mitigation is campus safety. But with the campus safety and the location of the campus, we also have other few factors that actually come in play with our day-to-day operation for our jobs. Part of my position as a campus public safety officer is giving people access to different areas of the building, and the level of security access goes from low to medium and then high. Medium security access anywhere from opening up a door, a common door for anyone that works at a campus, And then the medium security access would be specific classrooms that only authorized personnel that either goes to the school or works for the school are allowed in there, i.e. students or professor or instructor. And before opening up or giving them access to that area, we usually confirm who they are by either self-identification, and then confirm it by some type of ID or any type of information that has that information on it. And if we're also unsure about who they are, and just to make sure we're opening the door for the right person, we usually dispatch that person's information to our dispatch, and the dispatch would then in turn go ahead and put that person's name in the system and verify if the person does go to school at the campus or has some type of affiliation at the campus. And then we have the high security access. The high security access is for critical security areas that are usually monitored by either a camera or access to that area by either a key card or some type of badge that will allow them to enter into that space without us being there. So if there was a time where we feel as employees or public safety officer, we will need to respond to like a high security incident. Unauthorized access would be, say, if for instance, if someone got fired and they were to come back and not knowing that their access got taken away from them or blocked, we will actually go and assist in them either retrieving their information or finding out exactly what they're doing on campus, because they're not allowed to come back. That's why their access has been revoked. So part of my job as a physical security officer are those things that I have just listed and explained to you guys. Also working in the security field, physical security field, allowed me and gave me the ability to see things that are out of the ordinary, that not really my day-to-day things that I would normally see. If something looks out of the ordinary, I normally use my best judgment. I have a saying that I usually say to myself: if there's a doubt, there is no doubt. That pretty much means if you see something that looks different, like not something you would normally see every day, you should probably respond to it, because chances are it is different. And then transitioning into cybersecurity now, I think with my skills that I have obtained over the past 12 years allowed me to either be really careful about what it is that I do when it comes to cybersecurity, as far as the internet goes, and breaches, virus, what have you. And from a security field, I, as a incoming IT person, I would like to keep people aware of everything that's happening in the IT world, up to date, as far as security breaches, when we actually relating that to the IT world. And with the most recent incidents with security breaches, we have been able to see a variety of companies that actually experience all the security breaches that have happened within the past decade or so. On the list of companies that have been affected, not even company that have been affected by it, but also their customers that have been affected by it. And how so, I'll go ahead and explain to you here in a few moments. So I'm going to go ahead and list up the companies that have been affected by security breaches and what they can do to actually mitigate that or try to prevent that in the nearest future from happening. My proposal is specifically for small businesses, because I feel as a IT related incidents, me as an individual, I would have the mindset and to actually go ahead and try to help people that are actually who owns a small business that are not protected by insurance or what have you, to prevent that from happening to them. So the recent incident that took place recently, as far as security breaches go, the first one is Yahoo, and the time frame is 2013 to 2014, impacted about 3 billion users' accounts. The next one is Adult Friend Finder. It's a social media dating site, and happens in 2016, impacted more than 412 million accounts. The next one is eBay. eBay is a shopping website where you go and shop for stuff, bid on stuff. Security breach that took place May of 2014. And then the next one, which is the most recent one, was Equifax, the credit monitoring services, happens July 29th, 2017. And then the next one will be Heartland Payment System date. The Heartland Payment System happened March of 2008. And then the most, I think it wasn't recent, but it was recent enough. It was the Target store, happens 2013. That was a mass catastrophe that really happened with the Target store. Billions of accounts were hacked and information taken out. And then the one after that would be TJ Maxx Company, which is a clothing store company, happened December 2016. And then the one that's about a year old now is Uber, the ride sharing services, happened in 2016. So as for me, being a security minded individual, my proposal is to help. It's mostly for small business owners, because small business owners are not as protected as the large Fortune 500 companies. Because if things like this happen, I feel like with these companies that I have just listed, we'll get more help from the federal government opposed to small businesses. I figure these big companies usually have strong ties or vested interests with the federal government. I feel like they would do more for them to try to help them compared to small businesses that don't have a whole lot of small business tie. So my whole goal is to provide a plan for them to go ahead and try to assist in helping them. And the first, I have a diagram here that I drew up. So the diagram is, I'm going to go ahead and read it out for you and try to explain it as best as I can. So it's like it's a arrow diagram. The first thing to do is to plan. Exactly what it is as far as the security measure, what it is you're going to do. And then the next one is to take action and do what it is you set out to do. And then the next one will be to check. After you've planned, you have a plan, you already executed that plan, you will check every security protocol that you have implemented by actually trying to breach the security system that they have in place, that you already put in place. See if you can break it through. If you can break through. If you cannot break it through, then it's pretty secure enough to the point where I don't think any ordinary person or IT related person it'll be kind of hard for them to do. And then the next one is to adjust. If the plan falls through where you created a plan and you implemented a plan, you checked it and it's not working, then you'll go ahead and adjust. And then my list that I have for that would be to the problem. First, identify the problem. So as far as the security assessment goes, you identify the company you're trying to help. You identify the problem that they have with their cybersecurity. And then you implement a goal. And then the third one would be the point of cause. What causes that problem? So if you're starting from the beginning, you will find out what causes. You'll find out. You'll try to implement a plan. If you're already helping out a company that already has a plan in place, you'll have to find the point of cause. You have to find the point of cause of the problem. And then the next one, the root causes. And then my fifth one will be the countermeasures. Countermeasure will be working way backwards. And then the sixth will be the follow up. And then the seventh would be to standardization. So have a standard. And then the eighth one would be to do a security check, do an audit, security audit. So every so often you will come and do an audit of who's logging into systems and who's checking out the systems and who the contractors that are there. You will do that by either implementing a plan where you will have a login sheet for all the company that came into your business and when you use your network or your server to go ahead and conduct whatever business that they have to conduct with you. So that's pretty much my plan as far as the IT security assessment goes. Thank you.